It's time to give out some New Year's resolutions, Joy. Now, personally, I don't really subscribe to New Year's resolutions myself, but for these NFL players, I got some for y'all. Number one, the Dallas Cowboys. Can we stop saying that everybody should win the MVP? Going into next year, we got to stop all this, because at first it was Dak Prescott, he should win the MVP. Then it was Trayvon Diggs, he should win the MVP. Then it was Micah Parsons, he should win the MVP. Everybody on the Cowboys roster before the season is over, somebody in Cowboys Nation is going to say should win the MVP. So my resolution for the Cowboys, please stop saying they should win the MVP.
But what if they're the MVP?
Once they actually are the MVP, then I'll take it.
All right. I'm not a big resolution person either. I'm just more of like I'm going to make an intentional change. All right. So this is a change that needs to happen. It's actually not for a player. It's for the whole NFL. And let's get rid of these taunting rules. My God. It's so punitive. It's so exaggerated. It's so unnecessary. Nobody's brawling. Nobody's really trying to fight like that. They're wearing helmets. Relax, okay? We know we don't want to see a Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph type of situation. We know that, but the taunting rules are out of control. It's way too subjective, and it's cost teams some games. So change the taunting rule. It's unnecessary. Yeah, also, my New Year's resolution, can we stop saying punitive, or at least tell me what it means? It hurts a lot. Thank you. Let's use it hurts a lot. Speaking of getting hurt a lot, New Year's resolution, Jimmy G, stop getting hurt. 72 plausible games as a starter, and he's missed 26 of them in his career. Jimmy G gets hurt 36% of the time. Jimmy G, you're a phenomenal quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. When you're a quarterback in the league, you're one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You're one of the best quarterbacks on the field when you're on the field. So my New Year's resolution for Jimmy G, please stop getting hurt. Gotta be available. I'm a Capricorn. I like consistency. All right, that's what we're going to talk about. My Dolphins. Be consistent. Stop flirting with other quarterbacks, Miami. Two is the guy, all right? You drafted him high. We saw from him this year what happens when you lean in and develop a player. It's going to be all right. Does he have a bit of a ceiling? Sure. Put some pieces around him and go all in. Stop talking about Deshaun Watson and everybody else. Two is the guy. Relax. Rarely on shows do you have two hosts where both of their brothers played in the National Football League, but that's occurring right now. So my resolution, family members, get the heck off social media, bruh. Emily Mayfield, Baker Mayfield's wife. You don't need to be on Instagram. Odell Beckham Sr. Let Odell Beckham Jr. do the talking and make the one-handed grabs. Kareem Hunt, Pops. You don't need to be on Facebook. First and foremost, you definitely don't need to be on Facebook. You got TikTok, you got Snapchat, you got Instagram, you got all these other apps. You don't need to be on Facebook regardless. But family members, stop getting on social media, please. Listen, the way that my brother would have kicked me out the family would not even be a question. But Odell's dad wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. Matthew Stafford, you got to win a playoff game, all right? The bubble wrap is off. You're in Hollywood now. This is Los Angeles. There's standards, there's expectations out here. This is not Detroit. You had plenty of time there to do it, didn't get it done. This is the year. You got to win a playoff game. Got to win a playoff game, Matthew Stafford. It'll help him to win a playoff game by throwing to Odell Beckham, who's one of the most talented receivers, not just by catching the ball, but at dancing. But speaking of dancing, we got to get rid of the gritty. I am all grittied out. If I see one more gritty, I'm a gritty myself to my room, turn off the lights, and stop watching ball. Steve Young is the last gritty I wanted to see. When Steve Young and Adam Schefter and Dan Orlovsky started grittying, I was like, you know what? It's time to retire the gritty. The dab only lasted 8 weeks, Joy. And the gritty has lasted 17 too long. Can we get rid of the gritty, please? Are you just mad because you can't do it? Okay, first and foremost. Do it then. See, I knew she was going to try that. I knew she was going to try that. I can't do it, so I'm not going to talk about it. I think it looks good. Baker Mayfield. It's time to stop shooting the commercials, all right? For now. I'm not somebody who counts other people's pockets at all, but the brand is bigger than the play right now, Baker, and it's not a good situation to be in. You're asking for a little bit extra attention. The commercials are spectacular, by the way. They are, definitely. You have a whole entire career ahead of you in acting when this is all over. But for now, we're good with the commercials. We got to go out there and win some games. Also, the NCAA targeting rule, Joy. Oh, I'm going to finish it. All right. Yes, the NCAA targeting rule. So, you're a big college football guy. You do college football for Fox Sports. This targeting rule is the worst. It's similar to the taunting rule. It's no good. It's not that they shouldn't have the rule. I'm fine with punishing players for it. Obviously, it's a big safety issue. But kicking players out of the game for one targeting penalty. Terrible. Terrible. Awful. Terrible. It's one of the worst rules in sports. It's awful for the kids. It's awful for teams. It's so hard to overcome in games. You've got to change it. It's the worst.
The only thing worse than the targeting rule, well, is the gritty. It's people on social media. It's Jimmy G getting hurt. It's the Cowboys thinking that every one of their players should win an MVP. It's also Dolphins flirting with other quarterbacks besides Tua, Baker Mayfield and his commercials. We got Matthew Stafford, and we already know it's time for him to win a playoff game. But the last resolution of most importance is myself, because life is always about self-reflection, self-awareness. And my final resolution is for me to stop doubting Bill Belichick. I doubted Bill Belichick last year. I was like, you know what, Bill Belichick, maybe it was all Tom Brady. Bill Belichick's a great defensive mind, but is he a great head coach? You got Mac Jones, a rookie quarterback, sitting at 9-6, and Bill Belichick is slated to make the playoffs once again after taking 1 year off from it. So, of all these resolutions, I'd love to see them all come true, because I ain't making none of my own, and I'm definitely not gritty.